Modern men in America are expected to obey the dictates of the life script, or what was once known of as the American dream. It is expected that men go to college, get a career, get married, have kids, retire, and die, while making sure that their children obey the script as well. Lately, due to feminism, this has become impossible. Women still demand that men have high-paying jobs, but they also demand that men compete with women for those jobs, overloading the workforce with employees, half of which are unqualified and belligerent in the workplace. Women in the workforce create an intolerable environment where they label everything a man does as some form of harassment, so that men are expected to remain silent. It is now at the point where women are complaining that men are too cold and impersonal in an office setting, as a result of women's own bad behavior. On top of that, women will now also use a man's children as a weapon against him, so that she can cash out on the marriage and hop on the carousel to leech further resources from a new provider. Marriage has been a raw deal for men since the 60s. And has only gotten worse. However, no one can force you to get married or form relationships with women. The happiest men today are single and going their own way, using their resources to be free from the traditional life script. Women are ratcheting up the shaming language and whining lately, miserable as a result of their inability to find a willing sucker who will walk into the divorce slaughterhouse. Men are simply responding to the poisonous incentives that have been dealt to them. You can only abuse someone for so long before their opinion of their abuser changes, and men certainly do not enjoy or appreciate abuse like women do. The American dream is now dead, killed by the very people who benefited the most from it. In their confusion, women and the state are whipping men harder in an attempt to scare them back onto the plantation. But their misandry is now backfiring. It is difficult to say what the future holds, but based on women's own responses to the misery index, only the men will be able to take any comfort after the misandry bubble pops. Men have always excelled at living independently. Now, women will have to become even more subservient than their worst patriarchal nightmare, just to earn a man's trust again. For those listening who doubt this outcome, realize that women are already screaming loudly about their inability to find a good man. Google "Where have all the good men gone?" and count the number of articles written on that very subject. The female gender have driven off their meal ticket, and can't comprehend the fact that it's their own fault. They derailed the gravy train, and are standing around the tracks like dumbbells waiting for the next delivery that will never come. Men who live for themselves have never been happier. With the money they have available, they can pursue any hobby they wish, and no one will be there to judge them or mock them for doing what they like. They will never worry about having their children kidnapped by an abusive woman who is supported by the threat of government violence. They will never have to listen to nagging that motorcycles are dangerous, or that he can't afford a boat when she desires a new car. They will not have to fear a false rape accusation because a strange girl they met once was envious of his lifestyle. Men will continue to thrive in this new environment. Women will stagnate, and wither,